Noah Thayer and Jake Peters, also part of the offensive line that we've mentioned. Working outside this time is for a gain of 1 is Keeler.
Tried a little bit of a counter there. They pulled the lineman and pretty physical front there from Linn-Mar.
Short gain on first down. Player wearing number 55 makes the play. He is not listed in Linn-Mar's lineup. Not an uncommon thing at the sophomore level. This guy's moving in and out. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a freshman. Woods going to receive the short pass. Can't handle it. Ball just out in front of him a little bit. That's a tough pass to catch when it's out in front. Derek Woods not able to haul it in.
Though, yep. Lucky it was forward a little bit. Live ball if it goes backwards there.
So it's 3rd and 9. See what the philosophy is here. Luke Becker sends in the play. Bear and Roussel go to the far side, along with Woods. 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver on the bottom, that's Josh Hansen. Steggy looking for the cross. Oh, it's a beautiful throw and an excellent catch. That brings up the first down. It's the kind of play you don't see all that often at the sophomore level. You see Steggy delivering an absolute strike in there after excellent coverage.
So the defense may even got there a little bit early.
Will Starnes probably wondering how the heck that ball was caught.
Kind of caught on his hip there.
You see those on Saturdays and Sundays, but not Friday nights early all that often. Brings up another 1st and 10. Tigers inside the 30 of the Lions. This is the give to Mounts. Mounts cuts it back. That's the counter play. Tigers like to run that. So
it's kind of deceptive from the shotgun, too. You're not really expecting that kind of trap play from the shotgun. And
gain of 2 for Miles. Brings up a 2nd and 8.
It's been a great first drive. They run a lot of clock off. Been pretty consistent all the way down the field.
Tigers have chewed up more than half of the first quarter clock. And 3 receivers set to the near side. Play clock running down a touch. Tigers will slightly slow getting out of the huddle. No problem. We got a reverse. This is a reverse to Russell. Got one guy to beat. He's not able to do so. However, it is a pickup of 13 on the play. Beautifully conceived play.
So much easier to see up here.
It certainly is.
You can see that coming a mile away, but down there you can't see it at all.
Ben does a great job of staying deep. You get too tight to the line of scrimmage, a guy that does not even recognize the play is coming can make the play. Really well set up by Keeler as well as he holds out his hands. One guy to beat. He's able to make the play. That's number 24 for Linn-Mar. That's Max Blake. Check that. Max Blake plays for the Tigers. Now Steggy in trouble here. Steggy smart just to get rid of it, but he's going to throw it up in traffic. Ball hits the ground. 3 Tigers there, just 1 Linn-Mar defender. That was Reed Recker on the play. Previous play, excuse me.
It's close. Almost got that one. 3 Tigers, 1 Linn-Mar line in there.
Again, there's your laid across the middle. I have Gavin in class. We may have to have a conversation on Monday.
Exactly.
2nd down and 10 for Cedar Falls. Ball is spotted at the 15. 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the bottom. That's Woods. Woods with one-on-one coverage. See if they're trying to isolate him. They are. They're trying to run the screen to him. Woods able to slip 1. Back inside for 2. Woods makes his way inside.
Check out this block by Jake Peters getting downfield. Woods makes a couple guys miss, but then he cuts it back against the grain. Big Jake Peters getting out in the flats.
So there's your slip screen.
Watch this. Boom. Good effort there to keep going downfield.
Very safe play call. Tigers get 12 yards off it. Now it's 1st and goal at the 3. 2 backs in the backfield. That's Keeler and Mounts alongside of Steggy. Steggy barking out the signals. It's lost momentarily, but then on the quarterback counter, nobody there. Steggy able to even bobble the snap and go in easily for the score, and the Tigers have their first lead of the game.
Great drive to start the game.
When the lead blocker has nobody to block, you know you're in good shape.
Exactly. Probably going to make it.
On for the extra point try is Woods. Steggy will hold. Kick is up. It's good. And the Tigers cap off a 6-minute and 46-second drive. And where, once again, is your touchdown. Mounts with a good lead block, but the right side of that offensive line, once again, deserves a lot of credit. Peters and Thayer just caved down the right side of that defensive line, and Steggy,
the benefactor.
The benefactor.
Great first drive, though. Great statement there by the Tigers. You know, we're a little worried about Linn-Mar's physicality, but I thought we were the more physical team on that drive, for sure.
Absolutely. Must have been some challenging that was done during the week in practice, certainly before the game tonight. An excellent start. We see Gavin Steggy there talking with Josh Hansen. Woods will kick it off. Woods. Kick is taken by Linn-Mar. Oh, nice play that is made. On the stop is Gerald Norton for the Tigers. Linn-Mar's Caden centers. And Norton with a nice collision. And Linn-Mar had the football 69 yards from their goal line.
Some quick math there.
Why, thank you. TJ Jackson is the quarterback. A similar set. Now we've got a screen, but it's smelled out quickly. Jackson now looking for somebody down the field, and it's going to be picked off by Woods. What a play as he tiptoes along the sideline. Jackson's looking for his receiver. Hard to blame Jackson for that turnover.
It was a great effort by him just to get out of the pocket there.
Had to have been a screen of some sort. Jackson lofts it down the field. His receiver stops. And he gets, quarterbacks sometimes get the bad end of it, but Hayden Toms is the receiver who stops there. And
I think if
still
Coach
a
Becker,
fantastic play by
Becker
Woods.
could draw up a start, I think that might be it.
Oh, goodness.
Long, sustained drive for a touchdown, and then one play and a turnover.
So there's Woods, who's just had a terrific sophomore year. The Tigers go back on offense. Steggy looking up top. One-on-one. Going to let Bear go up and make the play, and he does. Nope. Had it. Lost it. Let the 6'5" Dallas Bear go up and try to make a play.
He had it initially, I think, just on the way down to the ground. It kind of popped out.
Steggy with that guy in his face. Made it for a tough throw. Oh, had it and then lost it right through the hands. That'll bring up a second down play, 2nd and 10 from the 42.
I do always like taking a shot after a turnover, kind of a quick turnaround.
Similar set, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Give off to Keeler. Keeler is going to lose a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11, which is a real issue for a lot of teams. Of all the Cedar Falls sophomore teams I've watched, this is as capable of a team of picking up a 3rd and 11 as any.
Yeah, they definitely spread it out well, and lots of guys that can catch the ball and make plays. Yeah, I don't think that play was what Coach Becker called. He didn't like what happened there.
Trip receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. And we've got a timeout for the Tigers. So at the 2:11 mark of the first quarter, first timeout is used. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cedar Falls Utilities. Cedar Falls Utilities Fiber Home Broadband. CFU has been chosen as the fastest internet service provider in the country according to PC Mag. Now with 10 gig broadband available citywide. CFU offers exemplary customer service and reliability. Find out more at cfu.net. John, I don't know what 10 gig broadband means, but it sounds like a lot. But it's got to be fast. That's what
That's
that's
right.
what I do know that my CFU internet is very fast, so 10 gig must be fast. I know President Obama thought it was fast as well. So the Tigers back out on the field, 3rd and 11. Cedar Falls 7, Linn-Mar 0. You see the score at the bottom. Cedar Falls has had the ball for all but about 10 seconds of this quarter. Linn-Mar, one play, one turnover. Here's Steggy. Steggy's looking down the middle. He's got Bear, but he's going to take it down the field instead. It's Woods. Woods shoves off a little bit. See if they're going to call it. No calls. Woods gets away with it. Beautiful play.
Yeah,
it's a touchdown for Woods.
We'll take it. I don't think he pushed a lot, but if I was on the Linn-Mar sideline, I may raise a question about that.
We see Steggy showing off his arm here, keeping the feet moving, keeping his eyes upfield. We see just a little extension at the end by Woods.
The thing was, Woods knew where the ball was. The other two defenders didn't, so the defender kind of got in his way, not knowing where the ball was, so he was just creating that space to catch the ball.
59 yards on the touchdown.
You said this team was good at converting 3rd and 11 or something like that?
Something like that.
Capable of doing so? Woods catching the ball for every team here.
Well, we talked about Woods having just a terrific sophomore year. He starts with this drive with an interception of Jackson. Great concentration there, one way. And then he ends the drive here. Looking for Woods to begin with. Steggy again showing off that arm. 45 yards in the air. Not easy off of one step after moving to your left.
Nope.
59-yard touchdown catch.
And even on a throw like that, even if it got picked 45 yards downfield, that's almost better than a punt. So
Woods does it all there. He has the interception, gets the touchdown reception, kicks the extra point, and now he is kicking off. Now this time the ball goes directly.
Looks like they're content to keep it away from Tristan Jackson.
Centers, it certainly looks like it. So Centers brings it out. This play is Kyron Terry who brings him down, but not before he gets out to the 35-yard line, and that's where Linn-Mar will take charge in their second drive. Just one play.
Try to have more than one play on this drive.
8 minutes and 7 seconds gone. You've had one play. That's it's not the way to get your team going. Jackson. Behind center, Jackson finds a little room, but then he's quickly carried down. That's going to be a play by number 5. That's Christian Barney, 6'1", 175 pounds.
Did a good job of fighting off the block here. Gets a hold of him, spins him down.
Looked like Jackson had some room initially, but it's just a pickup of 2 before Barney makes the play. He's had a terrific year on the defensive side of the ball as well. Looks like a football player, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did a good job of keeping leverage there. Keeps him inside, but if he wants to go outside, then you can make the play.
2nd and 8 on the 37 for Linn-Mar. Jackson in shotgun. Jackson, the quick give off the right side, and this is a big gain. We're going to call it a gain of 11.
A lot of running room there off the right side. Guard and tackle move some bodies there. It's a nice running lane.
Ben Blackford, the beneficiary of that huge hole off the right side. He finds it, and guess who's on the tackle?
Woods. Smart just goes for the legs there, gets him to the ground.
Gerald Norton also in on the tackle as Linn-Mar gets their first down of the game. 3 receivers and a tight end. Now it's Jackson off the keeper on the right side, and he's going to be thrown down for a short gain.
Max Blake on the tackle there, I believe.
Max Blake keeps him to a gain of, we'll give him 2. Might be slightly generous. We'll call it 2nd and 8 for Linn-Mar. could be the last play of the quarter as the time clicks down now 15 seconds. Jackson awaits the snap. 2 receivers at the far side, 1 on the near. Again underneath, a huge hole off that right side again. Just shy of the first down is Blackford. He's brought down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, but they're going to have to wait until the second quarter because the Tigers have put up 14 points early on the Lions. The Battle of the Cats in the UNI-Dome tonight. We'll take a break and be back with more Cedar Falls sophomore football. You're watching this on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham Way. And that means offering you the convenience you need when shopping our 3 locations in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City. These locations mean always having the inventory you want when you want it. That's the Witham Way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect Router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the Router's Riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
3rd and 1. Jackson keeps. He's going to be tackled for a long loss. Jackson, on the read option, decides to keep it. Ends up being a mistake by Jackson as he's going to lose a good chunk of yardage. And number 62, whoever's wearing 62 for the Tigers, comes up with the play. We've got somebody in a different jersey. We'll see if we can figure out who that is. The Linn-Mar decides to go for it on 4th and 3 after losing 2 yards. They go a bunch set to the far side. And there's going to be movement. No call. Jackson's going to keep it. He's going to find an edge. And Jackson's going to gain it. I'm very surprised that there was no penalty on the play because there was clear movement on the top side. We see that on the replay. Nope. Not in that angle. Jackson just follows. Student body left.
Yeah.
Woods comes up and makes the play, gets some help from Barney, but it's going to be a first down for Linn-Mar.
He does a good job of faking like he's going inside and then bounces to the outside and reaches to get that first down.
That he does. So first down and 10 from the 41 for the Lions.
Looks like he's hard to tackle. You can't get a square shot on him.
Different quarterback in the game. Now, check that. It is not a different quarterback. Still Jackson. The give once again to Blackford, and he finds his way over that right side. Pickup of 7 yards.
He runs hard. Just kind of gets in behind the lineman and gets downhill. It's a good hard run.
Not much room in there. He's able to find his way through a very narrow hole.
He's not a real big back, but he's quick, gets downhill.
2nd and 3 for Linn-Mar. Fast-paced first quarter. Linn-Mar with a tight end and 3 receivers and a single back. That's Blackford in the backfield. Jackson keeps it. He'll go right back up the middle. It's a very common play you see off of that read option. Blake with the tackle, but not before Jackson.
You have to respect
Sidesteps.
You have to respect the fullback, and this is one of those where you kind of everybody's got their keys, everybody's got the guy they need to tackle, and you just got to do your job.
1st and 10 from the Tiger 26. This is the deepest that Linn-Mar has been. Of course, its first drive was a one-play, single turnover drive. So again, 2 receivers to the near side, tight end, and a receiver to the far side. Jackson off the keep. He's going to find some space. Jackson rounds the corner. Jackson up the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Give Jackson a gain of 15. He is showing how slippery he is on this drive.
Lets the running back take the DN and then turns on the Jets. Pretty sure 62 is Buskell. Just a different jersey. I don't know if he got blood on the other one or what, but I know he normally starts at the end and looks like him from up here.
Makes a lot of sense, starting at center as well. So Linn-Mar, with their brightest moments of the game so far, different back in the backfield. The give, huge hole off the left side. Closes quickly, but not before 6 yards are gained by the running backs, and that's Jackson Severson.
Yeah, they're having a lot of success running the ball here. Fullbacks have got good yardage. They can fake it. The quarterback's got good yardage.
We were told this is a huge offensive front from Linn-Mar. We don't have heights and weights. What we do have is the word
people.
a word of an offensive line coach, is the big man himself, who said this is a very large front. Linn-Mar showing their strength on this drive. 2nd and 4. Ball's inside. Blackford in for the touchdown. The Linn-Mar able to fight back, potentially cut the lead in half. This is Blackford, who just finds his way into the end zone, sneaks the ball over.
It's a good response from Linn-Mar there. Get right back in the game here. The swinging gate.
Blackford's 5-yard run. And the PAT is up and good. It's Jack Johnson. And here's the touchdown again.
We got some good penetration there, but they just kind of slipped right by.
14-7 now the score as Linn-Mar finds the end zone for the first time. A 7:07 mark of the second quarter.
We'd take one of those half-a-quarter drives here. Grind out the first half would be nice.
Tonight's game brought to you by Kimball & Beecher Family Dentistry. Kimball & Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of our 6 locations. Located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls, with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to KimballandBeecher.com to schedule your appointment today. We make you smile. State golf meet going on today. Last time I checked, Cedar Falls in 2nd place.
Nice.
I did not see where they finished up before I left for the game this afternoon.
I'm always up for lessons. Maybe he wants to teach me how to play.
Kickoff by Johnson. This one goes deep. Mounts retreats to his 8th. And we have a penalty away from the ball. Mounts finding some space up the right side. Gets over the 30. But an early penalty.
I think they may have double-teamed to kind of pin Barney to the ground here on the kickoff.
It
looked like to me. I think it's
early indication against the Tigers.
Oh. I guess it was holding on Barney.
It was.
Kind of got into a scrum a little bit there is what I saw. Looked like 3 guys were kind of mixing it up. Looked like 2 Lions. And
well, you get a feel for when those penalties happen, and that was much earlier.
Yep.
So you expect something other than the norm. That ball will go back 10 yards. So the 23-yard return will be in part nullified due to the penalty, and the Tigers will set up shop at their 21-yard line. Far hash, Tigers send 2 receivers both sides. Steggy, the quarterback, in the backfield with Mounts. Lead option play. Steggy gives it off to Mounts. This closes quickly. Mounts able to pick up a short gain of 3 on the play. 3 Lions in there. Tigers might want to rethink that next time.
They kind of strung it out. Easy to maybe get upfield a little quicker, but a lot of Lions there.
A couple of missed blocks led to a pride of Lions. I won't say it again.
No running room.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tigers. 2 backs in the backfield alongside Steggy. Steggy off the give to Keeler. Keeler's got some room right up the middle. Keeler spins It looked like he spun out of yards that time, John.
I know if he got to do it again, he'd probably just keep plowing straight ahead, but he's trying to make the big play there, I think.
I think Keeler maybe got a good spot on the play. See Ty Koltoff spinning around or leading the play. Keeler maybe one unnecessary spin.
There's a big hole there,
down.
Good
Sure
job
was.
by the lineman.
It's that counter play again. 3rd and 1. Tigers need a first down here after Linn-Mar just mounted their best drive. Keeler's going to find it over the left side, cuts it back. This time he goes north and south, picks up 3.
He knew he better get that 1.5 yards. Coach Becker is going to be after him on that one. Good job of fighting for what you need there.
Closing in on the 5-minute mark of this second quarter. Very little throwing in this game. Most of the game has been on the ground. The clock is run continuously. We've only played a half hour of clock time so far. And same set for the Tigers. Oh, nice cut to the outside. This time it's Miles Mounts, I think, that has the play. It is. Mounts able to pick up 4 in a play that looked like there wasn't a lot of room.
Ben Blackford does a nice job of getting off the block on the outside here to make the tackle. It could have been an even bigger play. Gets right to the edge here, and Black got off the block. Kind of made the play there. Yeah, after watching Linn-Mar move the ball last drive, I think Coach Becker wants to keep it on our side for as long as he can.
2nd down and 7. It's like Josh Hansen at the bottom, Dallas Bear at the top, Woods in the slot. 2 backs in the game. Steggy is getting chased. Steggy's going to be brought down. So Steggy takes a hit from his backside.
It's a good job of hanging on to the football. You're not expecting to get hit right there.
Yeah. Jacob Keeler tasked with taking on the defensive end, and turned out to be a mismatch. It's a big loss in the play. Brings up a 3rd and 15 to see what Luke Becker has up his sleeve. Some sort of screen, quarterback draw. It's Woods in motion. Fake. Better protection this time. Steggy goes up the field. He's got a receiver wide open, and they pick it up. Pickup of 17. This time it's to
Woods.
Woods again.
Yep. He's kind of a wheel route there. He kind of went in motion, and nobody went with him. Kind of comes around the outside. Steggy does a nice job of stepping up into the pocket. He's probably surprised how open Woods was. He just said, get him the ball quick.
The quarterback, when you see your receiver and nobody else, you assume you're missing something.
Exactly. Something's wrong. I'm about to get hit by a blitzing linebacker or something.
That's right. It's an uncomfortable feeling. The give. Oh, this
got a flag.
It's a big play. We do have a flag. This is Mounts, but we won't get too excited. There's a flag on the play. See if we can get an early indication.
They're keeping it close to the vest right now.
So what would be a 26-yard run. We'll see what the call is going to be. No, they're going to pick up the flag.
To me, it was probably a formation type thing where you thought it may have been a formation penalty, then maybe realized it didn't.
So Mounts, following the lead block of Keeler, does a nice job here. Picks up a big gain.
This is where you don't want to be the referee on the Linn-Mar sideline, because you're the one that threw the flag, and then you're the one that picked it up after a 30-yard gain. Can you explain that to me, why you threw the flag and then picked that up, please?
Tigers have not been stopped so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. They've chewed up a lot of time. Closing in on 3 minutes now. This is to Keeler again. A lot of room on that right side. Keeler spins, hit, but not before he picks up 8 yards.
There's the nice spin there. Kind of pressed the hole and then spun back to the middle.
Tigers doing a nice job of mixing it up, pass and run.
Been impressed with how well we've been able to run the ball.
The offensive line doing a great job. Simmer, Koltoff, Buskell, Thayer, and Peters. Really controlling that defensive line of Linn-Mar thus far. 2nd and 2. Steggy, this could be a quick pass to Bear. Bear knew he had no room. Steggy takes a shot.
Steggy also knew he had no room. That's why he threw it so fast.
Steggy hit quickly by Will Murrin.
You turn and look, and there's 3
off
Lions.
the edge. That's when it's nice to have 6'6" over there in the slot.
Just put it on his body somewhere.
So a first down for the Tigers.
I think Steggy's going to tell Coach Becker, let's not run that one again.
That's not my favorite play in the playbook, Coach. You know that one where I get hit a lot?
Exactly.
Stay away from that one.
Yeah.
Two receivers, far side. Steggy with two backs in the backfield. Linn-Mar bringing a couple of guys. Steggy's going to try to cut it back up. Hey, he lost the ball. Let's see who came up with it. It looks like the Tigers were underneath, and they were. Miles Mounts able to be close to that football.
Looks like Linn-Mar sold out for the run there. Kind of blitzed about everybody.
Steggy not able to get to the edge. That's one of those plays. If you're able to get there but not able to do so, coming in from this defensive end position and stripping the ball was Owen Olmstead for Linn-Mar.
Mounts does a good job there, Johnny, on the spot there getting the football.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13. Tigers have done a good job of converting on 2nd and 3rd and long already in this game. 3 receivers to the far side. Mounts switches. Makes me think that we have a
rollout pass.
Rollout here. That's right. Looking for that corner route. Caught by Woods.
Wow.
Let's see what it's going to be. The catch.
Touchdown or not? Oh, it's close.
They're going to call him out of the one. An unbelievable throw and catch from Steggy to Woods.
That throw is
John,
impressive.
this connection is going to be something to watch.
Just right over the top. Look at it. Jumps just over the outstretched arms. That might have been a touchdown. I feel like it hit the pylon.
I think it might have been on the replay. What an incredible throw by Steggy.
Yeah. But the officials don't have the camera angles
They
that
do
we
not.
know. So
it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for the Tigers, and yet another pickup on
2nd and 13
or
14,
3rd,
yep.
and long to go. But 1st and goal, Tigers have the play clock running down. They're going to have to call a timeout here, I would imagine, unless they're going to get a play clock reset. I don't think nobody noticed.
Yep, that's too bad.
Yeah, you could tell they were slow in the huddle. Quarterback, first thing you got to do is turn around, look at that play clock, and see where you are.
Yep, and with the change in the rule, it's not like when the ball's set. It's from the end of the play. It's 40 seconds or whatever it is, or 25.
Luke Becker says same play. See if we get a fade to Bear on top. Wouldn't be surprised. Nope. It's the slant. Oh, it's another great catch.
Wow.
Derek Woods is putting on a show. Steggy puts it on him, but Woods has been nothing short of a genius tonight on the field.
He got jammed in the back pretty good here. Watch this.
Woods just gets rocked.
Oh. Doesn't matter. I'll catch it
And he
anyway.
goes in anyway.
Yeah, you
Will Starnes thinks he's got a pass breakup, and instead the PBU turns into a TD for DW, number 2 on the night.
You know, if you're going to get hit, you might as well catch the ball. So that's probably his mindset there. I'm going to take a shot, so I might as well catch it.
Do it all. Derek Woods. Looks like he's maybe feeling the effects of that hit. A touch gingerly walking down the field. But a 6-yard touchdown catch for Derek Woods. The chance to see this first one to Woods, which is an unbelievable catch and throw, as good as you're going to see. And the throw is good, maybe slightly advised, but when you're throwing it on the body of 17,
you take a chance.
Let him go get it.
Well, great response there from the Tigers after the Lions went down and scored. Come back, score one for yourself. It's big here, I think, to keep them out of the end zone here with 1:24 left.
5 minutes, 43 seconds taken off the clock, and the Tigers have been a Pac-Man to the clock tonight. It's just chewed up all kinds of time. Just 3 drives so far.
Plus,
They've
Linn-Mar
scored
gets the
on all
ball
3.
first. Linn-Mar gets the ball first in the second half. So this is a big drive here to stop them.
1:24 remaining. First half, Woods, the kickoff again to Centers. Centers finds a little bit of room, but then it's the Tigers' Carter Sloatman who's able to hold him to a mild gain off the kickoff. We'll call it an 11-yard return. And Linn-Mar's offense, which got itself going in the last drive, will come back out on the field and see what kind of 2-minute drill they have. All 3 timeouts left for the visiting Lions.
It's interesting because they've only thrown 1 pass, and you think you're probably going to have to pass a little on this drive, but we'll see.
That 1 pass was intercepted.
By guess who?
By guess who? John, I don't think we have to talk about the player of the game
so far.
At least at this point. Gavin Steggy has 2 touchdowns throwing and 1 on the ground, and it doesn't even seem to be close. Great defensive stop that time by the Tigers. Linn-Mar doesn't seem to be in a hurry.
Seems strange to me. I think you'd want to try to get a quick score here, but
I would think so.
you also don't want to turn it over.
The Lions content to let the clock run down. A loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11.
I think they may pass here. If you get a first down, then they'll probably take a timeout from there. But probably figuring losing a couple of yards, you don't want to give Cedar Falls the ball back.
Jackson, along with Blackford in the backfield, and now we have a timeout. I didn't think Linn-Mar was 1 short on the field. They were not.
Just didn't like what he saw there,
Didn't
apparently.
like the personnel package, possibly. However, with the break in action, does give me a chance to talk about another one of our sponsors, and that's Signs by Tomorrow. Signs by Tomorrow, more than a custom sign company. Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com. See Ben Martins and his staff. I did get a chance to talk to Luke Becker shortly before the game, and Luke says, hey, talk up my assistants.
There you go.
I said, well, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
There they are. Well, there's Luke on the left.
You know, it's kind
Tepley
of
on the
funny.
right.
Kind of funny you say that. You know, we did the first game of the year. The improvement running the ball and blocking has been amazing in that 6-7 week span. Just amazing.
Linn-Mar does come out with a 3 receiver set. See what they decide to do. Double pass. It's going to be a touchdown if they complete it. Tigers have to be aware of that. Chasing it down is guess who? No, he's not going to get there. The double pass. I guarantee that Daniel Martinson came out and said, look for some sort of trick play, something along those lines. And Linn-Mar, they used their timeout for a reason.
You either got to have cover 3 or you're man-to-man. You can't let them go behind you. You get the defensive back knew right away, took 2 steps because, oh, boy.
The easiest touchdown in the life of Creighton Fairley. He's off the double pass from Marcus Colrick. And Linn-Mar, who found itself down by 14 points moments ago, is able to score their second touchdown of the quarter.
Yeah, it felt like Cedar Falls controlled a lot of the first half. You're probably going to go in up 7 with Linn-Mar getting the ball first.
You bet. Take another look at this well-conceived double pass. Check that. That was 24. It was Reed Recker on the pass.
Woods almost gets him here.
Woods just about does.
Good hustle, even though he didn't quite get there. He made up about 25 yards.
So the Tigers will have 20 seconds after the kickoff. Most likely they will take a knee and get out of there.
How about we just return the kick for a touchdown?
That would be even better. One of those moments, we're just talking up the staff, and one of those moments, that's coaching young kids, isn't it, John?
Yep. Yeah, they're going to be frustrated. That's a teachable moment, though. But, yeah, they're definitely frustrated that happened.
Jack Johnson back out for the kickoff. Left foots it to Miles Mounts. Mounts looking for some room by the right side. He's got a little room. He's going to try to cut it back outside. Mounts still going, and it's Johnson who makes the play. But it does run 10 seconds off the clock, so we'll see what happens.
It'd be nice to get a throw to about 20 yards downfield, call timeout, and take a shot in the end zone. It's easier said than done, but
I don't know what kind of range Derek Woods has? We may find out.
I think the
Mounts
best
refused to go down.
best shot is to try to get. Ooh, was there a penalty or something here? That helps. Had to have been a penalty. Face mask.
There
Like
was
that,
a
probably.
penalty. It's a 15-yarder as well.
Now you got
If
more
that was
options.
behind our monitor, John. I'm going to blame the huge size of our monitor
there
for
you
not
go.
seeing
Exactly.
the penalty, which was actually behind it. But the Tigers do benefit from the 15-yard penalty, and now
You
we'll
got
see
it.
what they do. They spread the field, 3 receivers to the near side. Now Linn-Mar is going to use a timeout. So some fireworks late in this half. Looked like the Tigers were going to go into the locker room with a 21-14 lead. Linn-Mar runs one play on their previous drive. It's a loss of 1. Looks like they're just going to go in, and next thing you know, a double pass later, it's 21-14. Now it's the Tigers threatening with 10 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice thing here is you have everything open for options to run. You got 2 timeouts, so you can throw the ball or run the ball anywhere you want. Then you have one more play. And like you said, it depends on how many yards they get here, if Woods can kick a field goal or if they want to take another shot.
See if Luke Becker has a specific play or if they're looking for a matchup.
Woods, you run down the field. Steggy, you throw it to him.
Do have 6'6" Dallas Bear on the outside as well.
That's what I was thinking. You get about half the yards, call timeout, and then just throw one up in the corner to Dallas. But easier said than done. It's not easy just to get 20 yards every single play.
Well, it's appeared easy so far. Woods will come to the slot along with Roussel, and it's Bear on the outside.
Plus, it's interesting defensively. Do you try to be aggressive and send somebody after the quarterback, or you just play a shell defense? And looks like kind of a shell defense right here.
Hansen, the single receiver. It's going to be Woods in motion trying to sway the whole defense. They are going to get a matchup now. We call it disco motion. Woods not there, but they're looking for Roussel. This is going to be picked. And down by Linn-Mar. So the late interception by Steggy.
I am predicting
really
a knee here.
Not there. Not a lot there.
No,
John.
just overshot it.
Yeah.
He's looking to go over the middle here.
Tries to pump off the safeties, but
just a little too
nothing
far.
doing there as the safety Will Starnes comes up with the play. Takes a knee. Presumably so will Jackson.
I think both teams going into halftime should feel pretty good. And Cedar Falls played really well, but if you're Linn-Mar, you made some mistakes. You gave up a lot of yards, but you're 1 score away and you get the ball first.
Both teams have big play capabilities so far. So what was a premier matchup coming into the game, both teams with just a single loss. Both of them lose to Cedar Rapids Prairie, fighting for second place in the Mississippi division of the MVC. Has been everything we expected so far, and in fact, time will run off the clock. They bring in a special quarterback for that snap. He's number 3.
They get the victory formation quarterback.
He is the under center quarterback.
There you go.
And with that, they'll put 7 minutes on the clock, and both teams will leave the field. It's interesting. We see the Tiger staff not exactly jubilant how the tide can turn so quickly.
I think you feel like you've done a really good job, and you could be up 14 or maybe more, and you just feel like, we played so well, and we're up 7.
With that, we'll take a break. Tigers up 21-14. We'll be back.
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Jeremiah Longnecker and John Yoakum back in the UNI-Dome. We're at halftime of the Cedar Falls sophomore game with Linn-Mar. Both teams just once beaten on the season. They're fighting for the right to claim second place in the Mississippi division of the MVC. Want to take a look at the replays so far. This is Gavin Steggy rolling out, finding Dallas Bear. Maybe ill-advised, but effective. That was for a first down. And then one of the better throws that you're going to see, although it's amongst a bunch of great throws by Steggy here. Here's the reverse. Sold beautifully. There's Roussel again as he comes off. One guy to beat, able to get it down. This is all in the Tigers' first drive. Out to Derek Woods. Woods fighting for yards inside, and it was the Derek Woods show in the first half. And it's Steggy who's going to do it himself. You see the right side of that line just caves things down. And Tigers took it all the way down for a score in their first drive. Took almost 7 minutes off, and then the first play offensively, Jackson is intercepted by Woods, and the Tigers on a long third down play. Steggy's able to scramble, come back, and find, guess who? After maybe a touch of a shove off by Derek Woods.
We'll take it.
Touchdown. And then Linn-Mar's able to fight back. They do get a Blackford run for 5 yards out, cut them to 14-7. There's a big sack, but the Tigers able to respond. This is Steggy's going to find
Woods in the wheel
Woods
route
again on the wheel route down the field for a first down, making up for it. And then the Tigers got the running game going again. Miles Mounts finds room for a 26-yard gain. Steggy again, this is one of his best throws, one of the best throws you'll see in traffic through two defenders. Woods right there to the one, and then Woods able to hold on after getting rocked in the back. Woods goes in. It looked like the Tigers are going to have a 21-7 lead. Linn-Mar runs one play, and then they decide to go to the double pass, and it's Reed Recker to Creighton Fairley for the 70-yard touchdown. And we won't call it a backbreaker, but it certainly was a shot below the waist to the Tigers. And that's where we are. Well played first half by both teams with one turnover. Linn-Mar is going to get the ball first. I want to thank our outstanding crew. Danny Bowman, who's the producer, director Mike Menon, replay Shelby Gappa, score and graphics Jeremy Ott, Jason DeWitt, Chris Stowe, Joe Surma, and Eric Benson, our camera operators. Nobody does it better than Channel 15. Well, this is the short pooch kick. Woods, this one's going to hop. Oh, Tiger's going to have a chance, but it's going to be taken going backwards is the Linn-Mar player. And
he will not
that's
go
about
down.
as much ground as you're going to see a player lose.
I think
it's Hayden Toms. Let's see. I wouldn't even know where to begin to spot the ball if I'm the referee in this play.
Forward progress, I don't know, and then backwards and then sideways.
Dangerous play. No, check, it was 30, not 10, excuse me, is Amos Langama.
Need to get him in the backfield. He's hard to tackle.
So they're going to give him we'll call a 4-yard loss on the play. And here's Linn-Mar. Linn-Mar scored on its last two possessions. It's 21-14 game. Everything we expected it would be. Pair of one-loss teams. Oh, Christian Barney right there to make the play. So it's Barney who comes up with the first big play.
It looked like the defensive line was trying to figure out and shift around, and finally they got the numbers where they wanted him, and Barney was unblocked and makes the play. Almost causes a fumble.
Barney comes up with a big play on Blackford. That's a loss of 5 for Linn-Mar, so 2nd and 15. We see Barney at 6'1". If the name sounds familiar, it's because there have been a lot of Barneys that play sports in Cedar Falls.
There you go.
He just came from the refrigerator, and now they're going to give that back real quickly as Gerald Norton's drawn off sides. So the 5 yards they lose on first down, they get back on the hard count, 2nd and 10.
It's kind of tempting to jump because they do a good job of getting the linemen with their hands set, and then they fire off the ball pretty quickly after that, and do a good job of drawing them off.
Linn-Mar's completed 1 pass in this game. It was a double pass for a 70-yard touchdown. This is Blackford. Blackford nowhere to go. There's Barney again. We do have a penalty flag. And we're going to get a face mask. I believe it's going to be just the 5-yard variety. That's still a distinction in high school football, unlike other levels. And it is. It's the 5-yard variety. So Linn-Mar goes from a 2nd and 15 now with a couple of Tiger penalties. They'll make it 2nd and 5. Referee says 3rd down, but it'll still be 2nd down. Nope.
I think it's added on to the end of the run.
Check that. 3rd and 5.
We've done well on every down, and they're gaining yards. Quarterback.
Jackson with the keeper. Jackson deep in his own backfield. He's fighting around. Jackson's not going to be able to escape.
Shea Busco with the play.
It is Busco with the play. Gets a little help, but he's the primary guy there. Jackson looked like he was going to find some room off to that left side, but he's stopped.
This is a great job of getting back up here. Good stiff arm,
Busco
but he
with
pops
the
right back
effort,
up.
and it's going to be the solo for Busco with a sack, a huge one. That's a loss of 12 yards on the play. It's going to bring up our first punt of the game.
Big thing with a quarterback like that is keeping contained. He wants to get out the side and get free, and they did a good job of keeping contained there.
Nice job by the punter. That's Jack Johnson, who does all of the kicking duties for Linn-Mar.
Coach Becker's helping him there with the spot. He said, "I went out right here."
So the Tigers will have great field position to start this.
He's going to get the ball, too. He's got
first drive of the second half.
Throw the arm off. There you go. Still got it.
Does it all.
He's the Derek Woods of the coaches on the sideline there.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 47 of Linn-Mar.
He's probably asking Tepley for a lead block there on the next one.
Josh Hansen to the near side. Dallas Bear, Derek Woods to the far side. Mounts and Keeler in the backfield along with quarterback Steggy. Mounts off the left side. Really nothing going there. Mounts retreats. He's going to lose a couple. So both defenses make some adjustments.
I know Coach Becker wants him to cut it up a little bit more there. The longer you string it out, less likely it's going to be for success. Linn-Mar does a good job of flying to the ball and stringing it out.
2-yard loss brings up 2nd and 12. We've seen Ben Blackford.
I was talking to him right there. So a lot of those plays on those counters, and it's the seam. You're looking for the seam, and then just take the yards you can get.
Keeler stays in the backfield. 4 receivers on the field. Quick pass. Oh, and Josh Hansen didn't realize he was coming.
It's too bad because he was open.
Yes, he was. Well, Steggy recognized it. That's one of those quick, hey, nobody's covering you. Let's get the ball into your hands right away. Those are the things that develop.
Because they've done a good job on him most of the night, covering him, and finally got him free.
You love to see that sort of mental development out of your quarterback, recognizing what's there and taking it. But it brought up a 3rd and short. Instead, we're 3rd and 12. Again, we'll see what the philosophy is here. Steggy on the run, and he, too, is going to be brought down.
That's an athletic.
James Busca makes the play. So it's Busco on one end and Busca on the other.
That's an athletic defensive tackle. He's
certainly
fast.
Is.
He gets free and chases him down. Look at that, turned on the Jets.
Steggy can run. We're lucky, Steggy. This is one of those plays that you hate to see. Grabbed by the cloth, pulled up underneath. Steggy appears to be just fine. So the Tigers will have to punt. Jacob Keeler does the duties. Snaps a little low. Keeler's able to hold on to it, and it's a
pretty good punt.
End over end punt. Tigers are going to get some bodies down there, cover it up.
Oh, defenses are starting to pick up a little bit here. There's some halftime adjustments here.
So first 2 punts of the game on the first 2 possessions of the second half. Played just 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Cedar Falls still holding on to a 21-14 lead. TJ Jackson will bring out his offense again. Different quarterback. I have never seen that before.
Get the
Give
under center
nothing
quarterback.
doing for Blackford as Linn-Mar decides to go under center.
I didn't see Jackson get hurt.
I did not either. Looking for him on the sideline. This now check this out. All right. Yeah, well, that's one way to get to your side. It's not the way I've ever seen before, but seemed to be effective. So we'll call it a short loss, a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Linn-Mar's decided to go under center, just a pro set right. It's the toss out under center. Really not a lot there, but Blackford able to
Like Busco
find
got
a
held
little bit.
Busco got held pretty good there on the play side right here. Watch the toss right on the edge here, underneath the pads. Good tackle by Max Blake in the open field.
Max Blake on the play. Tigers had a couple defenders there. Could have cut it 3 or 4 yards short of the 6-yard gain that it was. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for Linn-Mar. Again, both teams 3 and outs in their first possessions of the second half. Tigers bringing Norton up the middle. See where we're going to go. It's going to be almost picked by Barney.
So close.
Max Blake again applies the pressure.
Great pass breakup by Barney. Looked like Woods is right there too.
We do not have a quarterback. We know it's number 3. We do not have a name for the quarterback. Oh, Barney just gets his fingertips on it. And it is Marcus Colrick, a sophomore, number 3. John, how did you get that roster?
I don't know. You got to know the right people.
Apparently you do, because that is not the same roster that I have. Well, John Yoakum, ladies and gentlemen. Tigers are going to have the ball in approximately the same field position they did before. -1 yard. It'd be 1st and 10 Tigers at the 48. Let's see if they can get something going. So very different second half. Both defenses have made solid adjustments so far. Jackson is not hurt. We see him out on the field in the secondary for the Lions.
That is interesting because he brings an element offensively running the ball. It's interesting.
Tigers with a 4-receiver set. Linn-Mar playing 2 deep safeties. Oh, Steggy finds some room. Steggy's going to pass it, give it off, and a nice gain on 1st down. Keeler's going to pick up 7. 2nd and 3. Tigers go to the lead option play. Look at the right side of that offensive line. That O-line has just done a terrific job.
A lot of running room there.
Felix Chapa runs Keeler out of bounds, but not before a gain of 7, and the Tigers have a 2nd and 3. 4:31 to go, 3rd quarter of play, still 21-14, right where we were at half. Linn-Mar's going to bring some players here, and it's going to be a 1st down. This time Mounts takes it just underneath the blitz.
That's kind of the seam that Coach Becker was talking about. They have a nice little seam there. Don't do anything fancy, just hit that hole hard.
That offensive line for the Tigers. Simmer, Koltoff, Buskel, Thyre, and Peters, they have been outstanding all night long. Cedar Falls staff wasn't sure how they do on the ground. They have been more than fine. Stay in that double set. Tigers will spread it out. Linn-Mar essentially in a 4-1. This time a quick pitch from Steggy out to Keeler. I'm not sure Steggy was on the same page as Keeler.
Keeler to the outside, and Steggy was kind of standing there and just flicked it to him.
I'm not sure that Steggy didn't go. He did. I think he went the wrong way, just momentarily recognized that that was option 9, not option 8, which would be left for the Tigers. And you can see Steggy there like, yep, that's. I believe that's my fault. Did a nice job of making up for it.
Keeler did a good job of just getting what he could there. Don't string it out and lose yards.
Tigers pick up 1. It's 2nd and 9. Same play, lead option. This time Steggy, late pitch.
There's Jackson right there.
And Jackson's able to work off his block.
Says, fine, you don't want to play make quarterback? I'm going to go out here and make a play.
It's a long block to hold for those wide receivers. This time it's Jackson's able to get off of it.
Textbook form there. Oh, 3rd and long, just like you said, no problem. We're good at this. So
it's been a great down for the Tigers thus far in this game. We're under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Three receivers to the near side. Dallas Bear at the bottom of your screen. Couple of catches in the game. Been pretty quiet. Steggy going to get wrapped up again. Another sack. 2 consecutive series end in a stack. This is Owen Olmstead who brings Steggy down.
Didn't appear to be anybody real open initially. Kind of retreats, and the DN gets off the block.
Hogan Simmer hinged just a little too far and opened that up for Olmstead. So neither offense able to get anything going in the 3rd quarter thus far.
Good
Keeler will go back to punt again. End over end kick. Jackson retreats. This ball is bouncing, and this one's going to go into the end zone.
So when it starts rolling, you know it's just going to keep going and going and going.
I'd like to thank Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Brad Jacobson State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson State Farm is there. Call the original Jake from State Farm at 319-277-4134 or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz. Talk about fantastic advertising.
That's what I'm saying.
My goodness. A national advertising campaign right here at home for Brad Jacobson. 21-14, still your score. Jackson back at quarterback. Jackson, again, nowhere to go at the bottom of that pile. Tigers linebacker, and that's Gerald Norton who makes that play. Looks like Cedar Falls is kind of sold out for the run, John.
Yeah, they are, and they're doing a good job of maintaining their keys. They had somebody for the running back there if he gave it to the running back, and the quarterback was obviously covered.
Norton with the play. Max Blake also in. We've called his name a number of times. There's a good look at the 5'7", 170-pound sophomore linebacker, Norton.
The defensive linemen are doing a good job if the linebackers are getting in on those plays unblocked.
3 receivers to the bottom side for Linn-Mar. Jackson calls it out. Jackson back to pass. Jackson on the wheel route. And they're going to have no call. Looked like maybe there was some contact. You know, face guarding is not a penalty in high school football. You can do that. Intended receiver. Let's see how much contact there was.
They were saying he was getting held, what they thought.
Maybe a little bit there. Not much at the end of the play, possibly a little bit earlier. And Will Murrin wants that call. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. No first downs for either team in this half.
No.
In a tale of 2 halves so far. Jackson.
Screen.
Jackson on the screen. Oh, this one's going to be picked. Roussel on the pick. It's going to be a touchdown for Ben Roussel. Jackson threw it, but it had been smelled out. And the pick 6. And the Tigers rebuild their 2-touchdown lead. You can see the jailbreak screen. Great catch and run. So after the offense can't get it going, the defense says, we'll do that job. The Tigers register a defensive score. Now Derek Woods trying to add the point after. Low snap handled by Steggy. Kick is good.
You know the defense kind of wanted to right the wrong on that double pass there, and they kind of did it right there. Got that 2-score lead back.
So the interception return for a touchdown. Let's call it 17 yards.
Jackson didn't even look where he was throwing. He kind of just dropped back and just threw it in that general direction, and that's dangerous. You said over the middle late and then not looking where you throw it are dangerous.
Yes, they are. There's a good look.
Patrick Mahomes can do it, but that's about it.
So the Tigers and a 2-score advantage. And it wasn't an easy play.
No.
It's hard to fight off the blocker. It's one of the things I talk about with defensive backs, they drop a lot of balls, but they also get hit at times when they're not expecting it.
Yep.
So sometimes you see them drop, and I always gave them a hard time. I always call them wide receivers who can't catch.
Exactly. There you go.
D-back.
I'm sure they love that.
Always, yeah. Gained a lot of love.
Yep.
28-14 to score. Kickoff. It's going to be taken by
the battering ram.
That's right. Amos Langema takes it again, and we're going to have a penalty.
Face mask or something. Looked like it kind of went
you're
high
right.
there.
Christian Barney gets up and says that. All right.
It might have been on me. I don't know if
it was. I believe it was.
I think so.
Certainly on the Tigers.
Well, there's no good way to tackle him. He just.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a 15-yarder. This is the egregious variety. So it's going to give Linn-Mar a good field position with 48 seconds to go.
He was adjusting his helmet after the play. He knew he got twisted pretty good here. Runs hard.
All the way across the field. Let's see who's guilty of this particular infraction.
Right
oh,
there,
yeah.
It's up top.
Yep.
It's one way to get him down.
Sutter Langen. 5'11", 155-pound defensive back.
Just trying to get a hold of him somehow, and then
that's right.
Kind of the hand catches in there, and he can't do much about it.
So Linn-Mar with its best field position of the late afternoon, early evening so far. Jackson remains in a quarterback. Jackson looking down the field. This time he has a wide open receiver. And he steps out of bounds. And that's Hayden Toms, who was able to haul in that.
It's been a blown coverage there because he was way too open on the outside there. Kind of sneaks in
on
behind.
The roll. Somebody lost track.
It's a good call there by the official. Got the right spot there on the out of bounds. Coach Bartonson goes, hey, somebody's got to cover that guy.
So the Cedar Falls defense gets the scoring started, but now it's Linn-Mar's offense trying to get back in the act. Big gain of 21 yards on first down. Bunch set near side for Jackson and the Lions.
It's almost like a false start.
Offensive lineman moved early. Jackson's going to find the corner. He's going to maybe find the end zone. Jackson going in, and he certainly does.
Penalty.
We do have a penalty.
I'm guessing holding.
There's definitely an early movement. And it's a hold on Linn-Mar.
Said number 5.
So Will Murrin guilty
He's
of
the one
hold.
He's the one that didn't get the pass interference call he wanted. He's probably not happy right now.
You see Jackson.
It's right here on Woods. Yeah, he turns his body a little bit. Didn't really affect the play, but Woods is trying to turn his body, and his shoulder pads aren't going with him.
This is the Cedar Falls broadcast being broadcast in Cedar Falls
by Cedar Falls people.
by Cedar Falls people. I'm gonna remain silent on this one. Tigers benefit from the holding call. It's a 1st and 15. Yeah, 1st and 17 for the Lions at their opponent's 39. Battle of the Cats tonight. Lions and Tigers going at it. Now Jackson finds Murrin. Murrin's able to catch it. He's going to pick up a gain of 10 on first down. Jackson, after a very, very rough, and I say start, is able to complete his last couple of passes, but a couple of completions go along with a couple of picks.
Big target there on the outside.
Yes, he is. Time is going to run out in this third quarter, so it's the Tigers who put up 7. Virtue of the defense. And with 10 minutes left to play, Cedar Falls finds itself on top, 28-14. We'll take a break and come back with the fourth quarter. You're watching Cedar Falls sophomore football on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15.
Meet Mike.
Hello.
Mike's the Iron Chef of his house. But instead of seasoning tonight's meal, Mike's getting peppered with demands from his family about their internet connection. Thankfully for Mike, this recipe calls for a dash of support. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and provide Mike's family with tech support 24/7. Now, Mike can focus on tonight's meal without all the extra ingredients. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
Sophomore football contest. Jeremiah Longnecker joined by John Yoakum. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Witham Auto Centers. Witham Auto Center, everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls, with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. Witham Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com. Well, what's the plan for the final 10 minutes, John?
I like defensively, you got to be really happy. Just keep doing what you're doing. And then offensively, they've run the ball really well. You chew as much clock as you can and only throw when you kind of have to. I like the position Cedar Falls is in right now.
Linn-Mar starts the fourth quarter with the ball inside the Tiger 30-yard line. Picked up 10 yards on a 1st and 17, now 2nd and 7 for the T.J. Jackson-led Linn-Mar offense. It's interesting, they went to one series of under center. Jackson trying to follow his defense. Jackson's going to be hauled down by Norton. Great job by Norton of seeing his way through that defense. It's going to be a loss of 1 and 2nd and 8.
Well, you can
3rd
tell,
and 8, excuse me.
You can tell the Tigers are ready for that formation. They get the numbers they need to get. Do a great job. Everything's contained there. Ryan Bowling takes on about 3 blockers there. Does a good job of taking on some guys to create the opening for everybody else.
Absolutely. That is part of team football. Didn't try to sneak, took out the blockers and left.
He took a pretty good shot there, but he
did.
He definitely took on 2 or 3 guys. As a teammate, you love that.
We'll give him a piece of that tackle. 9:20 to play. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 9. Check that. Jackson back to pass. Under pressure. And he slips the tackle. Now Jackson out. Jackson's going to find some room. He's going to get the first down. Jackson inside the 20. Still on his feet. Gets to the 16.
It's almost like another number 8 Jackson, Lamar Jackson out there. Rolls out, tucks it down and runs. It's hard to tackle.
Jake Peters nearly came up with the sack, not able to rein in the speedy and elusive Jackson. And the move he puts on Max Blake before Blake's able to bring him to the ground. And a big 3rd down pickup for Linn-Mar. And with under 9 minutes to go, it's Linn-Mar first and 10, at the Tigers 16. Jackson with Jackson Severson to his left. Severson has been the blocking back so far, but now it's Severson who finds some room over the right side. Norton brings him down, but not until after he gains 5 yards on that play.
Starting to open up some holes again here on our line. But they're using clock.
The counter play.
Make everything tough here for them.
Noah Thayer there, but not able to make the play. Doing his job of making sure the play comes underneath him instead. 2nd and 5, 11-yard line. Time not yet a factor. Still plenty at 8 minutes. Tigers a little confused defensively.
Jake Peters says, I'll take care of this.
Peters says, not this time. He throws Severson for a loss of 1. It's going to bring a 3rd and 6.
You defensive ends just keep messing around on the outside. I'll take care of everything in here.
What a play by Peters. Just fights through the double team. Stays parallel to the line of scrimmage and makes an exceptional play, does the freshman. Tigers have 2 freshmen on the field. There's one of them, Ty Koltoff, the other one. 6'2", 245-pound freshman.
Is that all?
That's it. Jackson with the feed. Severson gets through the initial hole. Severson's going to be close to that first down. And we've got a penalty.
He's just
and it's going to be a face mask on the Tigers. So the first down will stand. Linn-Mar is going to be deeper into the Tiger territory. Regardless of whether it's the 5 or 15, it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Linn-Mar is going to set up shop at the 3-yard line of the Tigers. Jake Peters must have gotten just a little
Just a
piece
little,
of
yeah, I
that
didn't
face
see it
mask.
really
I
there,
did
but-
not see it either. Tigers with a key defensive touchdown. Ben Roussel with a 17-yard interception return in what was a one-score game. Give the Tigers a 14-point lead, the only score of the third quarter. Linn-Mar in a very good position. You see those huge line splits up front. Jackson's going to do it himself. Jackson slides in, shakes off the
It's
would-be
interesting 'cause
tackler.
That like the biggest split of them all. They had that kind of between the center and the guard. I was like, it looks like a quarterback kind of draw here, dive.
TJ Jackson with a 3-yard touchdown run. We await the point after. Marcus Kohlrich comes in as the holder, the 11th person. Jackson, the left-footed kicker. I believe he punted right-footed.
I don't know.
I believe he
guess-
did. Being unusual.
Oh,
Oh, it's blocked. It's tipped, and it's no good. So
That's
the
big.
huge play. I didn't see who got a piece of
I
it.
think
I'm guessing
Barney got
Christian Barney, since he's getting the
all the taps on the helmet.
congratulations.
Pats in the back.
PAT no good. Let's see if it looked like a low kick. It was a high, kind of wobbly snap.
Yep. Well, either that or Woods in the back end of it, one of the two.
Didn't see.
I think either Woods got it on the back end or Barney on the front end.
Let's see if this angle.
Oh,
Oh, it looks like.
missed. Did Barney get it?
I thought it was Noah Thayer who
Oh, could
got it
be.
here. They need to show us about 10 more times before we're going to figure this out. I think, it's right in the middle. Jake Peters got that. Jake Peters right in the middle of that line put his hand.
The mountain of a man.
Regardless, the kick was low.
Yep.
But it puts Linn-Mar in a position to have to score and get the 2-point conversion to tie this up.
They had to run somebody in last minute, and that's where it gets dangerous on those special teams plays where you forget a guy.
Off camera, you and I talked about the importance of special teams at all levels, and there's one of them.
Yep.
Just throws off your rhythm when the holder's not in there.
I think Coach Becker's looking for about 3 or 4 first downs and a lot of nice run plays. That's what he's thinking about right now, I would guess.
6:52 to go in the game. Tigers clinging to that 8-point lead. The missed extra point, such an enormous point right here. Tigers have to scoot up just a touch. Johnson hasn't gone deep with his kickoffs. This one, he kicks a little bit deeper. Mounts is going to have to go back, field it from his 7. Mounts has some room over this right side. And it closes quickly out to the 25, 17-yard return. No flags as the Tigers will start at their own 25. Another one of our sponsors is Western Home Communities. Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org. Gavin Steggy brings his offense out. He's had a solid night, John.
He's looked good all year, been very consistent, throws a nice ball, a good leader, tough.
Be a good year to not to coach the quarterbacks next year with a little bit of a backup. Jacobson, a junior, Steggy, a sophomore.
Yep. Quarterback room is full.
Quarterback room is full. Steggy barking it out. 2 receivers here. Give to Mounts. Mounts initially had some room, fights out of it. Mounts looking for that left side, not able to get out of the hold of Will Murrin, who grips on.
Coach Becker is telling him to cut it up.
A 6-yard gain for, I was going to say 4 yards, second and 6. Ends up being a gain of 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7.
Stretched the jersey out pretty good there, too.
Mounts looking for the big play. Coach Becker looking for him to pick up just a couple more yards. 2nd and 7. Twin receivers far side. Roussel on the bottom. Jackson on him. It's going to be the counter play. There's some room. Keeler with the spin. That spin's going to net him. We'll call it a 5-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short, and the biggest play of this game so far. 5:45 to play.
Bet you the spin got him 3 more yards here. Stopped at about 2. It's 2 or 3 more. Did a good job of keeping his legs moving, too, at the end of that run.
He avoided the tackle of James Buska. Keeler's had himself a very solid night. What the Tigers decide to do. They'll face the blitz of Linn-Mar. It's going to be Mounts. Mounts going to find enough. He's actually thrown forward for the first down. Mounts appeared like he was going to fight there anyway.
If he would have just tackled him more of a regular tackle rather than spiking him, spins him around and throws him forward.
That's Amos Langama. We've seen being a
Been
bowling
physical.
ball on
Yeah,
kickoff
exactly,
returns. Whips him to the ground, but the Tigers doesn't matter. They get the first down, and clock continues to run at the 5-minute mark. Another give. This one's off to Keeler. Keeler off the right side. Keeler does a nice job of
face mask.
And now that's a face mask. This one's going to be a 15-yarder, I would imagine. We saw the head turn. Easy call from up here.
So say, whatever anybody else saw it, there's 3 flags coming in from all angles.
Unfortunate for Linn-Mar because it really was not necessary to bring Keeler down. Let's see what they do. They call a 15. Yep. Linn-Mar's sideline recognizes it. That's the easiest call of the night so far. This crew has done a nice job trying to stay out of the game as much as possible, calling the easy stuff. That's you cannot use the ear hole, nor can you use the face mask, and Chapa got both. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 37 of Linn-Mar. Clock will continue to run.
This is where you want to just take your time in the huddle, which is Steggy's doing here, and don't break it too early. Come up, get comfortable.
Dallas Bear to the far side. It's Woods and Hanson to the near side. Keeler and Mounts in the backfield. It's going to be Mounts off the counter. There's some room in there. Mounts finds a seam, and he's down to the 21-yard line. It's the counter play that he sets up so beautifully.
Look, that tackle was pretty high, too.
So Jay Tepley's offensive line picks up some, nice.
Look at that block by Peters.
That's exactly the way that's supposed to look.
That's a fun block to make, too. You get a pull there, and somebody's not really expecting to get blocked, and then you kind of get a blindside on them.
That Tiger offensive line continues to get the job done. Finding some time in there also is Noah Shipper for Cedar Falls, wearing number 71. Same set for the Tigers. This is a give, and this is going to be a loss. Keeler with a loss of, well, they're going to call it 1. And now time becoming a factor inside of 4 minutes. Linn-Mar is going to have to decide if and when they're going to use timeouts. 2nd 11. Tigers can run quite a bit of time off the clock if they keep it on the ground.
I think for me, if you get another stop like that, I would call timeout starting now. You got to have some time once you get the ball back.
Dallas Bear 1-on-1 with Severson on the top side. See if the Tigers decide to put it in the air. Give Bear a chance. Nope, they leave it on the ground with Mounts. Mounts able to, well, let's call it a gain of 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 situation, and now Linn-Mar decides to use a timeout. It's their first. So 2 left for them at the 3:07 mark of this 4th and final quarter. Cedar Falls with points only from the defensive side of the ball. Purcell with a 17-yard interception return.
Well, Coach, you put it in the air here on 3rd and 8, or you run it again?
3 minutes and 7 seconds to go. I'm going to throw it.
There you go.
There's plenty of time left. You get that 1-on-1 matchup. I see number 1 at 6'6". Number 17's had a good night. Steggy, he's been your man all year long.
You trust him. You definitely trust him. So
at the 2:07 mark, it's maybe a little bit more of a question. 1:07, no chance. I'm running it all the way.
There you go.
But good chance Linn-Mar is going to get the ball back here at some point anyway.
Yeah, it'd be, ideally you just get about 9 or 10 yards and then run some more clock and then score.
One thing we do not know much of, and that's Derek Woods' range. Woods' field goal would put the Tigers in an outstanding position to win this. We have not seen
Field goal
Woods.
just seems dangerous to me with the potential for a block and a return and that kind of stuff. It just seems dangerous to me.
Let's see what Luke Becker has in the final game of the regular season. If you've been watching this, decent chance that you know that it's a 7-game season this year due to COVID-19 and the possibility of having to cut the season short. Playoffs begin next week, which is extremely odd. Dallas Bear one-on-one down here with Jackson. See what they decide to do. It's going to be a reverse.
Throw.
And it's going to be a reverse pass. Oh, and the pass is short. Woods left Steggy short. He had Roussel in the end zone. There is a penalty flag.
Formation or something. They're declining
it's an early penalty.
Holding.
Linn-Mar will decline it, putting the Tigers in a position of having to make a decision. It brings up 4th down and 9.
It's the Pete version of the Holmes version of the Philly special.
Philly special, that's right. So the play wouldn't have counted even if it had been completed. Love the play. Just not able to execute.
I think we're definitely throwing it here.
Got to believe we're throwing it here. Clock did stop as a result of the incomplete pass. So still 3:01, just 6 seconds run off. Now it's Woods one-on-one with Jackson at the bottom of the screen. Dallas Bear on the slot, top side. And Luke Becker wanted to see how the Linn-Mar defense was going to set up to that set. Let's see what he comes out with.
He was also hoping for offsides there, too, and kind of a long count.
Scoring started in the first quarter. The Tigers went on an 80-yard drive, ran 6 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. Steggy with a 3-yard touchdown run gave the Tigers the 7-0 lead. The very next play was an interception by Derek Woods. He then converted that possession into a 59-yard touchdown catch. And just like that, the Tigers had a 14-0 lead. Linn-Mar responded with a touchdown run by Ben Blackford. It was a 14-7 game with 7:07 to go in the second quarter. Woods had his second touchdown run, or touchdown catch, made it 21-7. Now we're going to see a Woods field goal attempt here. Woods.
Go.
I don't know if it has the distance. It does! Woods hits the crossbar. It's a 37-yard field goal.
It's a good thing it wasn't 38. It's a good thing it wasn't 38.
If it was 38, it was no good. But 37 catches the crossbar and climbs over. So Derek Woods.
Boop. No problem. He's holding up the Steph Curry 3 there. Don't hurt him there.
31-20. Linn-Mar in a position where they are going to have to go full speed. We didn't see the 2-minute drill. Not all sophomore teams have one.
Yep.
So it may be a situation where they're put in where they don't really have what is necessary.
Just keep them in front the best you can and make them eat some clock.
Here's the field goal from ground level. Boom. Oh, we will give him credit. It hit the backside.
Exactly. There you go. So it could have made it from 37 and 2 inches.
That's right. Well, from our angle, it was no certainty whatsoever that ball was going through.
Go.
So why not? Woods just adds a field goal to the rest of his magnificent plays. And Woods kicks it off. This one's going to go again to Rangama. This time Amos just goes up the left side. A good return.
Almost hurt his own player.
But he's really wanting to get in his way. Returns out to the 40-yard line. Tigers have done what they wanted on the kickoffs, keep it away from Jackson. It has resulted in good field position for Linn-Mar throughout the evening.
Yes, and this
the
is
Tigers call a timeout. It's an interesting call after a.
You just want to make sure you know exactly what you're doing here.
Watch the double pass.
There you go, for sure. You know, and if they're in zone coverage, if you're deep thirds, make sure you stay everything in front of you. If it's man-to-man, make sure you're not caught looking into the backfield. Those kind of things, and I'm sure that's the kind of stuff they're going over.
Good chance for us to talk about Cedar Falls utilities once again. CFU Cable and Channel 15, your home for Cedar Falls Tiger sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU Cable subscribers. Without your support of CFU Cable TV, this broadcast would not happen, and local TV coverage would not be possible. Cedar Falls Channel 15 is available on Basic or Basic Plus cable TV plans. For more information, go to CFU.net. So the Tigers back out on defense. This is a bend but don't break situation. Short gains don't kill you. Don't take chances. Be smart. Keep it in front of you. Tigers will go 4 deep. Jackson, this is going to be a halfback pass. Severson, see if he's even going to try, and Severson is brought down.
Good time out there by the Cedar Falls coaching staff.
Noah Thayer going to be credited with the sack, on Severson. Thayer gets the sack. No, check that. That's Peters. I thought it was 73. It was 70. So we see Linn-Mar without the 2-minute drill. Now they're able to go no huddle, and that's it's a bad situation that puts them in. Time continues to run off the clock. Going down to 2 minutes. The clock continues to run off the sack. Jackson rolling to his left. Jackson, incomplete pass. That one intended for Will Murren.
Well, their offense is definitely designed to be ahead, run the ball, run the clock.
Tiger defense does a good job of stretching that out. Murren was open, bowling the closest.
Whenever you see
defender.
2 receivers standing next to each other, somebody ran the wrong route, and the quarterback was telling him one of you guys is supposed to go down the field there.
Now 3rd and 14 for Linn-Mar. This is obviously a 4-down situation. Linn-Mar will not choose to punt it away, down 11 points. Jackson, a lot of pressure. Oh, now be able to bring it down. Jackson up the field. Jackson continues to stay on his feet. He's going to be still short of the first down. Tigers had 2 defenders right there, not able to haul him in. Linn-Mar's going to call its second timeout with 1:51 to go. Norton just not able to bring him down. I thought Max Blake had a chance, but Blake was blocked as he came in on that stunt. 4th and 4 for Linn-Mar. 1:51 to play. Just 1 timeout left for the Lions. Really didn't have a lot of choice but to use one there.
Yeah, this is one where I always like to call 2 plays. If you're fortunate enough to get the first down, you better have the next one ready to go. Because like you said, you can't keep running plays in and out and wasting that time on the clock.
What are you going to do if you're Linn-Mar on 4th and 4?
I like to roll it out. The quarterback give him 2 options, and he's proven he's pretty dangerous with his legs. If there's a miss in the coverage, he can make the quick pass. If not, he can run it.
Ball's on the right hash for Linn-Mar. Good thing for a left-handed quarterback like Jackson who likes to tuck it and go. Be surprised if we see anything of what other than what Coach Yoakum just said. Some sort of rollout for number 8. Severson's the back in the backfield. Linn-Mar hasn't done a lot of damage through the air. Cedar Falls will give them some space, not particularly worried about the first down. Some pressure is going to be applied. At least it appears as though Barney is going to come off this edge. Barney trying to hold his own. Thayer trying to chase him down. The first down by Jackson is going to be gained. Jackson does a good job of lowering his shoulder and getting enough. Takes Bowling with him. Jackson comes up a little bit gingerly, but not before he gains the first down.
He was never throwing this. He was just trying
Jackson
to pretend like he was going to throw it. Yeah.
And just runs through the tackle. Bowling waits instead of going to meet him. So it'll be first down, Linn-Mar at the Cedar Falls 49 with 1:44 to play. Linn-Mar needs 2 scores. Need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and then a field goal or a couple of touchdowns to win the game. Linn-Mar, 3 receivers to the far side. Jackson comes back, and it's a screen. Severson's going to be brought down by
Norton. Is a good
Norton quickly. So after a gain of 3, that's something the Tigers will give up.
It's interesting. They had all these linemen going downfield, but nobody touches the linebacker. He just comes free. I mean, they had 3 or 4 linemen there. If they'd have got a body on Norton, it could have been a big play.
Norton smells that one out. And a big play for Linn-Mar because time continues to run off the clock. Now 1:15. Jackson, a little bit of a play fake. Peters comes through. Pass is complete. And it's going to be a first down, and that's Will Murren. Murren had a chance to come all the way down here to get out of bounds. Chose to put down his shoulder and get upfield instead. And as soon as the ball is set, time is going to begin running off the clock, and Linn-Mar's just running itself right out of time. Now we're at the 1-minute mark. Jackson takes the snap.
Wheel route.
Jackson finds Murrin on the wheel route. Murrin gets 15 off the play.
It's a big man running the wheel route there.
Sure was.
Final timeout for Linn-Mar. Ben
Roussel had a chance to maybe come up and make the play. He made the safe play instead, stayed behind, as you mentioned, Coach. I don't know if the size of Murrin played into that decision or not, but Linn-Mar still with 15 yards to cover and just 44 seconds on the clock and no timeouts.
Yeah, that's the big part of it there. Keep it in front, make the tackle.
See Jay Tepley out, giving some instruction.
I think they're trying to grab kind of in that chest plate area, so he's telling them get your shoulders turned, so it makes it harder to do or easier to see a hold in that kind of scenario.
Tigers have had pretty consistent pressure in that defensive backfield, excuse me. Jackson's proven to be difficult to bring down on a regular basis. Tigers do have a couple of sacks. Have to be quick and decisive if you're Jackson. Not a lot of running around unless you spot it. Get rid of the football if necessary. Can't take a sack. Norton gonna do it. Jackson with no chance there. Norton brings him down. Now precious time's gonna run off the clock. Norton and Blake with a big play. Running on 30 seconds. Linn-Mar has to huddle. They don't have any plays that they can call from the sideline. Now on 25 seconds, and things not looking good for the Lions right now. Second down, 17 or 18. Jackson rolls out. He really only has one receiver. Jackson again chased down by Norton into the end zone.
Ooh.
Oh, nearly caught by the receiver who went up to get it, and that's Reed Recker. Recker looking for both ends of a touchdown. He has a pass for a touchdown, looking for this one. A little closer than the Tigers would have liked, but the big thing here, Linn-Mar has run the clock down to 12 seconds. Recker went through his hands and nearly on the back end of that.
Got tipped into the back,
it
too.
Sure did. Ball at the 22-yard line. Again, just 12 seconds remain for Linn-Mar, who does not have any timeouts. We're talking about a kind of miracle scenario here for Linn-Mar. They score 11 points in 12 seconds. Snap bobbled. Norton had a hand on him. Norton not able to bring him down. Jackson into the end zone. It's going to be wide open. It's going to be caught, but just 2 seconds remain. Tigers not able to bring him down. And it's Will Starnes who hauls it in.
It's a great individual play here by Jackson.
Virtually impossible at this point. Boy, Jackson able to plant, make the throws. The hardest catch there is the one where there is absolutely nobody around you. So it's 2-point play for Linn-Mar. The problem for them is they have to try to convert
and then get an onside
kick
and make a 60-yard field goal.
all in less than 2 seconds. Oh, this is not a time down. Oh. You have a collective sigh.
Fire, is that who it was?
As Marcus Kohlrick comes in and gets walloped. We'll see it here.
Barney's definitely in there.
Thayer and ouch and Barney right there. Good thing Kohlrick gets up. And here's a American Ninja Warrior. And we're going to see. There's another Barney. That's Isaiah. Played on this football field. Had him in class. Isaiah has done some growing up since I saw him last. Pretty cool footage of Isaiah.
You know, out of all those obstacles, I think I could probably do none of them.
Isaiah, terrific, conscientious kid.
Yeah, I saw him at Ninja U a few months ago at a birthday party, and it was awesome to talk to him again. And great with those kids in that place, and it was awesome.
So we'll see the onside attempt here by Johnson.
Good
Gonna
kick.
be fielded. Norton's able to haul it in. Time will, in fact, run off the clock. And the Tigers win this wild one tonight. Harold Norton has a heck of a second half. Cedar Falls able to come up with a 31-26 victory over Linn-Mar. Both teams coming with just one defeat at the hands of Cedar Rapids Prairie. It was a battle for second, and the Tigers win this one. They start hot, and they hold on the end for a victory. There's Derek Woods as a part of the Derek Woods show tonight. We'll see another one of those touchdowns. The scramble, here's the touchdown to Woods. Maybe just a little bit of a shove off there for Woods. But he goes in, one of a couple of touchdowns. Here's the play from Steggy to Woods. This is the throw of the night by Steggy as he just threads the needle. Steggy able to find Woods yet again for the 6-yard touchdown catch. That one coming in the second quarter. Here's the field goal that seals the deal from Woods. 37 yards away. Just off the crossbar. And that will do it for our incredible Cedar Falls Community Television crew. Denny Bowman, Mike Menon, Shelby Gappa, and Jeremy Ott. Those guys do the work in the truck. Jason DeWitt, Chris Stowe, Joe Surma, Eric Benson do the camera work. For John Yoakum, I'm Jeremiah Longnecker. Thanks for spending some time with us on this Friday afternoon in October. Until next time, we're signing off on Cedar Falls Community Television, Channel 15.